Alrighty, testing. So let's fix a few things, because I just realized there's actually no... I don't like listening to Arena with audio. How's that look? That's probably decent, right? My voice is a little loud. I'll crank that down a tiny bit. Alright, welcome. So this is going to be another day of making a historic Brawl deck with every single legendary creature in Streets of New Capenna. Today it's going to be Jetmir, Nexus of Revels, and because we're going to be in a bit of a hurry today, this is not going to be a particularly long stream. I've made the deck in advance, I've tried a few things around with it. For anybody who's just stumbled upon this and is like, oh, maybe I should copy his deck list, this list is by far not the most optimized list for using this guy. I ran into a deck yesterday when I was just testing this out and playing it a whole bunch that absolutely walloped me, same commander, but it was all cheap instants and sorceries for creating tokens. And I think that's probably the more, let's go with efficient version of doing what we're going to do. Because Jetmir's thing is basically, if you look at it, he has 3 thresholds, which is controlling 3 creatures, 6 creatures, and 9 creatures. At 3 creatures, everybody gets +1/+0, and gets Vigilance. At 6 creatures, everybody gets +1/+0 again and gets Trample, and at 9 creatures, everybody gets +1/+0 and Double Strike. So our plan is very simple, and you can see it in our incredibly thoughtful mana curve. Which is to say, we're going to play things on turn 1, play things on turn 2, play things on turn 3, and as we're doing that, we're just going to try to beat them in the head with it as fast as feasibly possible. Like I said, I don't think this is the most efficient or effective use of this card as a commander, mostly because I've been on the receiving end of somebody who did do it more effectively, but I've had a fair amount of fun playing it. So let me think for a second. I'm trying to think if there's any unusual cards in this deck that people might not be expecting to see. Okay, we have a turn 1, we have a turn 2, we don't have 4, and we're not on the play. So let's mulligan, see if we can get something better. I will keep that. Obviously we want a 1-drop. We don't have that this turn, so we're just going to... Which one should we play? So we have the Plains for next turn. It'll be Amera. That's a pretty bad matchup for us. Control mountain or a plains. Yeah. I'm gonna turn down. Here's what I'll do. I will turn down. Does that shouldn't impact the? Yeah, that doesn't impact the capture. It does mean the might. Let's see. Let's see. Strike 1. So this is probably, I think we're probably gonna lose this one here. Sure, I'll keep that. This deck does really well when it goes first. And I probably could cut down a lot of the 3-drops and replace them with 1-drops to make it a little bit more consistent, 1 and 2-drops. Oh, interesting, he didn't get a red. I was almost positive that I was going to eat Bolas this turn. I'm gonna take a stupid candle. After target non-creature spell, add 1 of any. Destroy target creature with mana value 2 or less, it's just kicked. Actually, we're gonna create a goblin. So I guess this might not be as over as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was completely hosed. Whereas, since he doesn't have a source of red yet... Okay, there it is. He's going to just... What's he going to do? He can't kick me, he can't spell pierce me, so he has to do one of these two this turn. play Jetmir? I think we play Jetmir. Let's see. So he has Exclusion Mage. I think he thought he'd get Arcane Signet back if he did that, but... Nadaar? Probably? No. Okay. He still has the Spell Pierce open, so there's no real point in playing the fight rigging. Draw a card. So the bright side to this year is that as poorly as everything is going, Bolas is only a 4/4. Okay, each way sacrifice this creature. Jetmir. Yep. I would like to minimize the amount of cards that you can have in your hand. Thank you very much. Let's go with this. Hey! Somehow we pulled that out. I'm actually kind of shocked. I thought we were pretty hosed after turn 4. So yeah, obviously a more effective version of this deck uses just a lot of token production. I also had another version of this deck that I made before that I was like, alright, I will add in some late game bombs. And what I found is that if this deck goes to late game, it doesn't matter if you have bombs. So much of the deck has to be 1 and 2 drops and 3 drops that you're just going to get, you'll end up overwhelmed or you'll get wiped out. There's no purpose in playing the deck with those. Oh good, it's control. So this is actually not inherently a terrible matchup for us. Opponent goes first. We have all 3 colors. We have 2-drop. I'm going to keep. The real question is how many counterspells does he have? Fury, Calm, Snarl. If I can get Amera or... Oh, you know who I actually should try to get out? I should try to get Thalia out. That's much better, because now all his counterspells are 1 more. And that is going to hopefully be a quote-unquote big fucking problem for him. Okay, good. Yes, this is exactly what we want. Jetmir! So this is what this deck does well. Obviously, had I not had Thalia in my opening hand, that probably would have gone differently. He probably would have been able to stabilize on turn 3, just counterspell my stuff down. But it's also possible I would have been able to overwhelm him again. 1 second. I need to do some... Alexa, how much time is left on my timer? Okay, 24 minutes. So... oh no, this is going to be interesting. I have not seen her use this commander very well. So this is probably going to be somebody who knows what they're doing. We don't have 4 colors. We have Mentor of the Meek, but we have nothing to play onto him. You have a 2-drop, a 3-drop, and removal. But I go first, so we're going to mulligan that. That is technically a better opening hand. In case you can't tell, the way I meant it, basically, sort by 1-drops, add all bunch of rares. Sort by 2-drops, add a bunch of rares. Sort by 3-drops, add a bunch of rares. You know, which is probably not the most effective way to make your deck. Let's see. So, I gotta want red or white more. Probably white. Oh, you know what? I have the Lotus Cobra now. So it doesn't actually matter. Alright. Now, we don't have any... protection. So... I'm going to make a guess that I may regret. My guess is that you don't want to give up Mara. It's time to revel! But he is blue-white, so he could still have any of the blue-white board wipes. Interesting. That's a mildly annoying trick. He has a lot. He's going to have a lot of token production. That's going to be bad for me. So this is basically token aggro versus token If I were him, would I commit everything into... I'm a dumb. He's just gonna block those two. I should have attacked with Storm as well. So this time I am definitely being outplayed. I'm making bad decisions. Bad decisions. That's a cool card. That is a good little combo. That is really bad. Go get Jetmir. I can't play for fetch me back. You are a 2 for 3, but you're not a land. that said, I do have sort of whatchamacallit in this deck. Do I really want the extradition specialist? Really would want right now. Actually, you know what I want right now is. Oh, I didn't put it in. So the thing is that, like, even though our boards are kind of even, if he has a board wipe in there, he can just clean state, and I'm a host. Aren't you a tribal? Oh, no, you're a mana sink. You're a mana sink that's gonna eat my ass. You should spend more mana and draw more cards, buddy. Oh. Can you just end the game here with that? Let's put this on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, toast. So we may as well hope that he's really bad at math and just does this very wrong. I don't know, dude. All my stuff is trample and double strike. You're gonna have to block it with a fair amount of things. I think if he just swung with everything last turn, I lost. I think if I go in with everything this turn, I maybe don't lose. So that's why we're doing it. Okay. I have first strike. I think he kind of threw that one by not swinging a turn early. That was a cool trick with Gond, though. Presence of Gond? I don't know that. I haven't seen that card before. Alright. How is it already almost 12? The answer, dear viewer, is because I woke up at 9, because I stayed up till 1, because I make poor decisions. I hate how my... So if I lean over to this way, it's like, oh yes, he has a normal face. He's, well, okay. Yeah. Alright, so this setup is incredibly scuffed for if I was actually streaming, but nobody's ever going to watch this, so... Opponent goes first. We have... Okay. Turn 2 Gilded Goose into turn 3 Augur of Autumn. He's playing Threx, so he's probably going to be a combo of Ramp and Control. Or turn 1 Hopeful Initiate into turn 3 Reidane. I can switch and go for Reidane if it looks like it's really going to be the right. Reidane is definitely the right play. Okay. Let's see what he does in response to the moves. Oh, this isn't actually that bad. Turn 2, Goose and Initiate. We just missed 1 turn. Exchange for the top 2, 1 in your hand, blah 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 blah. The question is, does he have? He has to counterspell Reidane if he has it, right? This is not quite enough to go at him with. Would I rather that he counterspelled Reidane or Augur of Autumn? He'll probably counterspell both. I think these are both good. He's gonna counterspell it. Okay, interesting. But he committed Tail's End to that. Not something better. Come on, buddy. Counter some spells. If I was him, I would be going, okay. I can still play. The real question is, how much of your deck consists of annoying things like that? Okay, so he probably has Ballbreaker or something in hand, or some more big flash stuff. What is he sitting on? He's sitting on something, I just don't know what it is. Is he sitting on like a draw? He's got to be sitting on return again. Why is he waiting so long? Am I just playing against somebody who's using full control in historic brawl because they hate good times? Oh, you could have mutated that under Thrix.
This isn't my first time being the hero. Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Absolute twin. I will take that call later. How long have I been streaming for? Like 20 minutes? It's 30 minutes. Turn target spell to his owner's hand. No. It is now back in my hand.
Time to improvise.
Okay, buddy. That is unfortunate for me. He can only kill one thing. We're an aggro deck. We have to play aggro. He's also out of spells and cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Ideas like seconds.
Okay. You only have so many counter spells. I already play a land for the turn, I think it is.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Is there any reason to not do this? Not that I can think of. Hey! And somehow, from the jaws of defeat, we seize victory. For a given amount of seize and a given amount of victory. But yeah. So I can't tell if the matchmaking is really off with this guy or if it's just not calibrated yet. But he seems to do really, really well. Let me just go pull up the deck list, because I think that's going to be our last game for today. Just because I have a bunch of other stuff I want to get done today. I'll be trying to do these, I guess, every 2 days is going to be the actual pattern. Originally it was going to be every day. But hey, it's not like anybody watches them. The only person who actually cares about games is me. This is probably the one really weird card in this deck. Everything else you can look at and be like, yeah, I kind of see why that's there. Maybe this is a little funky as well. Oh, man. There was somebody who... There's a guy in here that I got a lot of value out of in one game. This could probably be replaced. This could probably be... Yeah, you're useful. I got a lot of value out of this guy one game. The fact that you can just... In a deck that's trying to go aggro, just be like, give me more creatures, give me more creatures, give me more creatures. Turns out that's really good. Anyway, so yeah, that's Jetmir, Nexus of Revels. You could probably make a way better list than this, but I think if nothing else, this shows that he's pretty fun. If you want to play a very, very aggro deck. I'm a little surprised. I actually thought he'd be a lot worse than he turned out to be. But so far, that's actually been true for both of these. Let me see if I can find... You got a collection. So far, that's been true for both of the houses. What are they called? Houses? Gangs? Let's see. So we want Mythic Rare, Streets of New Capenna, not collected, gold. There we go. Yeah. So that leaves the two that we have left are Lord Xander, Ziatora, Valkospara. Whoa, what is this? 1, 2, 3. Those three. 1 second, I want to see what this is. So those 3 colors. Turn add blanks with middle and cast spells with exact 3 colors. Okay, that's funny, kind of funny, because 1 second. This is a terrible card, though. 'Cause 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 'c It's not even as good as something like Genesis Ultimatum. It's probably in the Mythic slot just because nobody sees this. But if I saw this, if I was opening packs and I saw this in a Mythic slot, or if I get this card, I don't know what you do with this. The one thing that is really funny to me, though, the reason I pulled this up in the first place, is like it shows the relative size of each of the family leaders, and I love that Rafine is like massive and Falco is like, show me your moves. Is he actually Falco? He is. Someone needs to make a Super Smash Brothers deck with him in it. I'm just gonna look at the rest of these. So Xander is basically your opponent can't have nice things. Zatoria is sacrifice and get treasures. Falco is show me your moves. What do you do? Shield counter. Give him the code. Falco Spara, Pack Weaver. Enters the battlefield with shield counter. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. Cast spells from your library by removing counter, blah, 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 blah. So he's counters, I guess? He could be interesting. Xander, I feel like, kind of... He's not bad, but he's a 7-drop, right? Like, if you look at the rest of them, Rafine, 3-drop, Falco, 4-drop, Jetmir, 4-drop, Diotora. Diotora is a 6-drop, but she does stuff the turn she comes in. Lord Xander? And I guess technically we have Ob Nixilis. He doesn't count.
Hello. Are you streaming? Is that why you're in the live live channel?
Yes, I'm actually about to wrap it up and grab my laundry out, but I've just been streaming the new Magic set. Let me actually do that wrap that up right now, and then we will chat.